Faker, okay, gonna get hooked. Wow, that was some range and some hitbox from the dredge line. As now we're gonna go for a 50-50. Ona locks it down, as now Zeus is in trouble, running away from this one. Super Mega Death Rocket comes down as Dove is just going to get that knee to work through, and Ona comes down. Oh, not able to get the eye. Unfortunate.
Top half of the map, and it might have some suggestion.
Oh, the hook barely going to miss. And by barely, I mean actually quite a decent miss, but that's the playback, and Dove is still dead. Gumayusi throws out the Super Mega Death Rocket, and Zeus stays alive. And so interrupted out of a Valkyrie with a pillar, and he's like, curses. As Kale, yeah, that was not the dredge line you wanted to take. It's a great body slam as the CC is just everywhere. Super Mega Death Rocket might have been overkill, but it's still going to get the kill as Croco with the subjugate there as the package. This one was used offensively, and Ona picks that one up as he's transforming into absolutely everyone. That's a pillar that will guarantee the zap, but I have a feeling that Liv Sandbox might be okay. Does mean that Close is going to waste some time there towards the top side of the map. And yeah, this is just, it's ring around the rosy.
But this is the beauty, right? Like, it works twofold, because yes, he used it to get out of the gank, but the rest of the Sandbox is trying to collapse on Faker, thinking that he might be a weak spot, but instead he teleports towards the mid lane, where the rest of his team is standing ready with a wave, and they just get a free turret, and this has been happening basically the entirety of the series.
Exactly. The only better global taunt than Teemo is Faker, and it worked out to great effect here to get that in a turret.
I personally argue that Teemo has been replaced by Yuumi.
That's true, although it is more difficult to just straight up walk over and kill a Yuumi, because she's often attached to something more scary.
Not if you're hands.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, there are always exceptions to the rules.
I agree.
As Ice, it's a little bit dangerous, that positioning. Vision's still there for T1. Faker's going to take one of his own rockets, and actually, Ice did a fair bit of damage there. Calibrum at the ready. Crescendum there as well. The team fight tools are available, but now T1 walking on in. Dredgeline going to connect. The depth charge as well. They're trying to focus down the Gragas, and they will get him as these rockets from Closer are doing a lot of work, and T1 going to have to back away and give over the Chemtech Drake to Liv Sandbox. A great play from them. Closer starting to assert his dominance here on the Silas.
There you do see where the comp of Liv Sandbox excels, right? We mentioned previously, if they can find a single target, they go through very quickly. I think Zeus maybe feeling a little false, safe sense of security considering how tanky he is, but for Gwen, that's not a lot.
Oh no, Ice caught out of position. Good dredge line there though from Kale to try and stop him from going down as Croco. He's not going to be so lucky. Closer turns up again a little bit too late, but he left his team for the Wolves. And the Wolves have consumed them. Kale now trying to flash his way out. Titan's Wrath kept him alive for a little bit longer, but now Gumayusi is excited, and why wouldn't he be, as he's picking up so many of these kills. The Moonlight Vigil goes absolutely wide, and in the end, it's an ace for T1.
Don't ask me how they did it, Atlas, but this is vintage T1 right there. Looking like they lose a fight on mid, baiting in your opponent, and then looking like they might just end right here, right now.
Yep, they certainly could, and 404 Jinx was not found by Liv Sandbox in that team fight, I think is what that scoreline is telling us. These Nexus turrets not long for the world, and from what looked like, Liv Sandbox making a decent play, finding themselves a skirmish, has ended up with a dead Nexus. And first it's going to be a dead Croco just for a little while longer, and Kale is also going to suffer the same fate, but the Nexus is not going to survive, and T1 will do it in just over 25 minutes. They get this work done. Gumayusi definitely excited.
앞에 나왔어.
사일 노플, 사일 노플.
희망 갈아도 돼.
야,
끝나나? 일단 미드.
끝내보자.
잠깐만. 할만해. 트런드밖에 안 나와.
이게 끝나?
I think Guma was
끝나면
actually
돼.
징크스를 할만할 것 같아.
슈렐 있어서 끝날만해.
캐릭 구려 상대.
Pay more attention.
이거 타워 포커싱만 잘해봐, 쌍둥이.
썸타 잘해봐.
나오는 애들 트런들 노틸.
왼쪽 거부터 시작.
왼쪽. Nothing stopping you there. Everyone dead as well.
왼쪽.
Only one coming back is a Trundle.
무엔.
He's not gonna do it.
No.
타워만 쳐, 타워만.
타워만 안 쳐도 돼. 그냥 보세.
뭐냐 이거 게임 이상해.
풀었어.
잡아도 돼. 잡아도 돼.
나 어시 좋아.
이게 뭐누?
잡아.
어시 키야.
내꺼.
어시 좋아.
내꺼.
어시 좋아.
될 것 같은데?
They really want to
예.
너무 좋다. 수고.